When, just I will start with the one story. When I was a very young doctor, I was graduated. Then I got a placement in a very remote village in Bangladesh. The, there was a very small one health center. I was the only doctor with two nurses. So usually every month there are some people comes for some EPI program or some other health related program. And I was really worried that why the people are not coming to the hospital much. Maybe there was around 15,000 people around this area. Most of them are fishermen, village people, and cultivators. But that area was always flood affected. So it was, you can guess that the economy, social economic condition. One day I was thinking that, oh, what can I do here? So I found that a lot of females who are getting pregnant, and out of that, 3 of them died in a month. So I was really worried that why they're not coming to the hospital. So I found, I was talking to my assistant, one nurse, that what is really happening here? She says that mostly these women, they don't like male doctor. There's a Muslim issues. And at the same time, this says that they're not habited to come to the hospital. I said that why? This says that there is some trained, no, there are some village ladies who do the home delivery, so they love that, and that's the tradition over there. I said, okay, then how can change this model? So I was thinking that one day what I do, and it was a very difficult task for me. So I said that, okay, we will, and how many ladies are doing this home delivery over there? So they said that a couple of female. So that lady knew 3 of them. I said, just ask her that, can you ask these 3 ladies to come and have a lunch with me? So she said that, okay, I may try. So she called 3 of them. I asked them that how many delivery they used to do per month. They said that somebody do 10, 5, 3, like that. This different numbers. I asked them that, what is your success rate? Then they don't understand actually what is the success rate, how the people dies. They say that after delivery, most of the people, and the ladies die with the bleeding, excessive bleeding, that when they're to postpartum hemorrhage. I said that, okay, what do you do then? They said that we don't do anything. So they let die these people like this. How can we accept that? Okay. Then I just told them that, can I train you in that case? What you have to do? They agreed, and I trained them. I found that most of the girls there, they just dropout students. They don't go to school much because the school is too far. And when they're just in teenager, parents also doesn't allow them to go to school. So I found 5 or 10 girls and started to give them training for aid nursing, because I know that they will do the same, that home delivery or these things later on. So when I started that, so initially only 5 girls came. 7 girls came, then 2 left, 5 was there. So those 5 I provide them as an aid nurse to that center. So they have a little bit of income out of that. Then what happened is that slowly I said that, can we make a program that, okay, we'll train around 20, 25 students for aid nurse training. So it really clicked and it happened. So till now, every year we are producing around 25 to 30 students of aid nurse. And of course, that's a good income for them. So this is one thing, this is one success for me, and home delivery also now stopped. Now they're coming to the hospital because their people are now aid nurses, so they have that, courage to come to the hospital, and aid nurses, they pull them to the hospital, so the incidence of that death or something like that, it is reduced abruptly. So this is a good thing. Second thing that I found that financial support for the women is very important, especially the remote villages that they don't have much of financial support, or they don't know how to earn that money. So I have started, but they know that they are the really talented ladies. They know how to sew, but they don't know how to do the marketing properly. So I asked them that, okay, make bags, jute bag or cloth bags. So they started to making and they start selling. So now it is also, that they are self-sustained and they can do that. So now I come to my point, that is domestic violence. So we know that what is domestic violence, that Her Excellency, she has told about the domestic violence in African aspect, but I'm talking about the domestic violence in Bangladesh or in Southeast Asian countries. It's a criminal act, and it mostly happens between among the family, husband to wife mostly. And now we have to know that why these domestic violence are more common. So the, before that, we have to talk about what are the type of violence are happening. It can be physical violence, it can be verbal, sexual, or even the isolation of the female from the society. That's also one of the violence. Why these females are really getting the domestic violence? Why are the victims? So that is the question actually always we have, because female are usually weaker than male in physically, and second thing is that their social income is not there. They're dependent actually, and third thing is that they have a limited mobility. According to the human rights finding, they have found that there are, for this domestic violence, there's a honor killing is there, which is, that the female are mostly insulted, so they choose no other way other than, suicide. And in Bangladesh and in Pakistan, Egypt, and some of the Eastern African countries have a remarkable rate of this honor killing. And in Pakistan, there is an example of 264 cases of honor killing happened in Sindh province in 1999. So it's a big amount. Third thing is that rape. Rape is another one problem in Bangladesh, and it's part of the countries. So gang rape also there. And this is, in Southeast Asia, Bangladesh, there's another one problem is that dowry. So when the girls are getting married, they have to pay, their parents need to pay dowry. So around 50% of the cases of this domestic violence due to dowry. So it's a big number. So now, what are the effects of domestic violence? There are something like that, anxiety, psychiatric problems, and chronic depression. They can be even die. They no other choice. They get some, alcohol or drug dependency. There's a emotional disturbance, health problems, then panic attacks, self-negligence, sexual dysfunction, sleep disorders, suicidal attempt even. So how to overcome that problem? So that is the thing. That but it is very hard to overcome that problem. The country like developing countries. So we need a lot of support. Actually, now a lot of NGOs are working in Bangladesh. So for the women empowerment, and I hope that we need a big support from the UN also, though UN are also helping, because that only that women's sentiment can be understood by the women. So I hope that we need a big support from the UN also in that case. Thank you very much. Thank you, listener.
Madame the President of NGO, we care for